What do you think when it comes to the options for sustainable living in developing economies? Are you a herd follower? Or are you more questioning, like SOWTech, or Sustainable One World Technologies to give us our full name? Are you someone who thinks, that's what everybody does, so it must be the best option? Or do you think, can it be done better? Is that approach truly sustainable, as we do at SOWTech? Intrigued? Let me explain our thinking by looking at 3 examples: safe sanitation, water supply, and the use of solar power. Firstly, safe sanitation, something we all want everyone to have. Digging pit latrines is the usual go-to option. A pit latrine is just a covered hole in the ground. It is unsafe and unhealthy to empty if it's emptied at all, and if the structure over it is too heavy, it can collapse, especially in the rains. Alternatively, if the waste is collected and disposed of centrally and responsibly, it is emptied into vast open lagoons, often with the poorest, who don't have use of the collection service, living close round the edges, as shown here in Tanzania. So these approaches to safe sanitation can be hazardous. They frequently contaminate the local groundwater, as often the waste disposal is unregulated and is just dumped in the nearest available watercourse, and the resources that could be obtained are lost. So what does SOWTech think? We believe that sanitation waste should be collected and treated locally, captured directly from the latrines, often close by, and stored and treated in enclosed, controlled environments. Once in sealed vessels, the waste can undergo anaerobic digestion, a natural process that breaks down the waste to give nutrient-rich liquor for use on crops, and biogas, a renewable energy source for cooking. Our second example is a supply of clean water. All over Africa, boreholes and wells are being sunk into the ground. The water can then be pumped out as needed, clean and plentiful. Or is it? Water is being extracted from the groundwater supply with no controls in place. This water is being removed from the underground aquifers faster than it is being replaced, causing the water table levels to drop. Wells are already running dry, and boreholes are having to be sunk ever deeper. SOWTech thinking is to capture the rainwater when it falls in the rainy season for use in the dry season by installing a system to capture the rain falling on roofs. The gutters, which are specially designed for corrugated roofs, are connected to buffer tanks to ensure that the maximum rain is captured when it falls. Water is then stored in large covered tanks until it's needed in the dry season. The greater the roof area you capture the rain from, the more water you have, and, as it's in a tank, you can see how much you have left and how quickly you are using it. Our third example is the use of solar power. Everyone agrees that using solar power is sustainable thinking. But what about how it is used? All too often, solar panels are used to charge lithium batteries to store the energy. The energy is then there when you need it, but the recharge-discharge cycle makes the batteries less efficient over time. This gives them a limited working life. Think of your mobile phone battery. They then need replacing. New batteries are not widely available and are not cheap in most of Africa. And what do you do with the old ones? There are no battery recycling facilities in Africa, and discarding them in the community poses a serious pollution problem. So, use solar power directly without using batteries. That's the way that SOWTech thinks. Our solar cook stove uses a power optimization device and phase change materials to store the heat from the solar panel. By using the solar power directly and using heat storage instead of electrical storage, the need for electrical batteries is minimized. So, if you seek a sustainable and equitable solution to development in low-resource communities, do get in touch with us. We will try to help you find a sustainable one world future. To learn more about the SOWTech way of thinking, check out our website or send us an email. Together we can achieve a better future for everyone.